Hello students, in this session we are going to discuss classification of organisms. How organisms are classified into different kingdoms. So the first classification, that is two kingdom classification. The first classification is two kingdom classification, which is given by Linnaeus. So he classified the organisms based on their external structures, and he grouped the organisms into two kingdoms. One is kingdom Plantae. All plants come under the kingdom Plantae, and another one is kingdom Animalia. All animals, they are placed under the kingdom Animalia. So the two kingdom classification contain Plantae, Animalia. So after two kingdom classification, there was an advancement in microscopy. So Antony van Leeuwenhoek discovered the single lens microscope, and he observed different samples under his crude microscope. So he found that there were some organisms which were not be able to see with naked eye. He named them as animalcules. So the knowledge on microorganisms had grown. So that's why there is a need for extension of classification to accommodate the microorganisms. Because in two kingdom classification there is no place for the microorganisms. But after knowing about microorganisms, there is a need for expansion of two kingdom classification. So after two kingdom classification, three kingdom classification came into existence. So let us talk about three kingdom classification. So three kingdom classification, three kingdom classification is given by Haeckel. Three kingdom classification is given by Haeckel. So he has given the priority for the microorganisms. He placed all microorganisms under kingdom Protista, all plants under kingdom Plantae, and all animals under kingdom Animalia. So three kingdom classification contain Protista, so this is for microorganisms, Plantae for plants, Animalia for animals. So after three kingdom classification, in three kingdom classification, Haeckel placed prokaryotes and eukaryotes together in the Protista. So there is a need for extension of three kingdom classification, because in Protista group, autotrophic microorganisms, heterotrophic microorganisms are placed under Protista, and also prokaryotic organisms and eukaryotic organisms also placed under the Protista. So that's why there is a need for extension of this three kingdom classification. So after the three kingdom classification, four kingdom classification came into existence. In four kingdom classification, the microorganisms are divided based on prokaryotic organization or eukaryotic organization. So four kingdom classification contains kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera for prokaryotic organisms, Protista for eukaryotic microorganisms, Metaphyta for plants, and Metazoa for animals. So four kingdom classification contains kingdom Monera for prokaryotic organisms, kingdom Protista for eukaryotic unicellular organisms, Metaphyta for plants, Metazoa for animals. So after the four kingdom classification, R.H. Whittaker introduced the five kingdom classification. So this five kingdom classification is most accepted classification. So let us understand the five kingdom classification which is given by R.H. Whittaker. So now we are discussing five kingdom classification. So this five kingdom classification is most accepted classification. So five kingdom classification is given by R.H. Whittaker. Five kingdom classification is given by R.H. Whittaker. Now he did this classification based on cell structure, based on body organization, nutrition, mode of reproduction, and also phylogenetic relationship. Okay, R.H. Whittaker considered various factors during the five kingdom classification. So those factors are cell structure, body organization, nutrition, reproduction, phylogenetic relations. So phylogenetic relations means evolutionary relationship. So he considered all factors to classify the organisms. So let us understand the five kingdom classification and its kingdoms. So first he divided organisms. He divided organisms based on their nuclear organization. So he divided organisms into prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So prokaryotes, they do not contain nuclear envelope, and well-developed nucleus is absent. Their DNA is naked. So all these organisms are prokaryotes. So all the prokaryotes are placed under kingdom Monera. He placed all prokaryotes under kingdom Monera. Now eukaryotic organisms, they have defined nucleus. Their nucleus is well organized, and they also contain membrane bound cell organelles. Again, he divided eukaryotes into unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. So he divided eukaryotes into unicellular and multicellular. So he placed all unicellular organisms into kingdom Protista. Multicellular organisms are again classified based on whether they contain cell wall or not. So cell wall present, cell wall absent. So if cell wall is absent, he placed under kingdom Animalia. If cell wall is present, again he divided organisms based on nutrition. So autotrophs, heterotrophs. So he placed all autotrophs under kingdom Plantae. And heterotrophs, they contain cell wall, are placed under kingdom Fungi. So here R.H. had given separate kingdom for fungi, because in fungi some are unicellular organisms and some are multicellular organisms, and also fungi shows some animal characters. So fungi contain cell wall that is made up of chitin. So generally presence of cell wall indicates kingdom Plantae, but here fungi also contain cell wall, but that cell wall is made up of chitin. and fungus are heterotrophs. So generally kingdom Animalia contain all heterotrophic organisms and their stored food is glycogen, and fungi also stores food in the form of glycogen. So since fungi shows all diverse characters, like some unicellular organisms are there, some multicellular also there, some they also contain cell wall as well as they reserve the food in the form of glycogen. So because of these characters, fungi are given separate kingdom. So Whittaker in his 5 kingdom classification, he divided organisms first into prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So in prokaryotes, he placed all bacteria, so which do not have defined nucleus. So he placed under kingdom Monera. And in the eukaryotes, again he has seen whether they are unicellular eukaryotes or multicellular eukaryotes. If they are unicellular eukaryotic organisms, he placed under the kingdom Protista. If they are multicellular eukaryotes, again he observed whether there is cell wall or cell wall is absent. So if cell wall is present, again he has seen mode of nutrition for the classification. So if cell wall present and if they are autotrophs, he placed under the kingdom Plantae. If cell wall is present, if the mode of nutrition is heterotrophs, he placed under kingdom Fungi. If cell wall is absent, then these organisms are placed under kingdom Animalia. So this is the most accepted classification that is given by R.H. Whittaker.